In Job chapter 3, Job's suffering reaches its pinnacle as he laments the day of his birth and curses the day he was conceived. Overwhelmed by anguish and despair, Job curses the day he was born, expressing a desire to have never existed or to have died at birth. He articulates his profound anguish, describing his life as filled with misery and devoid of joy. Job's lamentation paints a vivid picture of his deep emotional turmoil and the depths of his suffering. Job's lamentation continues as he questions why he was allowed to be born into a life filled with such unbearable pain and sorrow. He longs for death as a release from his suffering, wishing for oblivion and an end to his existence. Job's lament reflects his desperate state of mind and his longing for relief from the overwhelming anguish that has consumed him. Despite Job's despair, his words also reveal his ongoing faith in God's sovereignty and power. Even in the depths of his suffering, Job acknowledges God's authority over life and death, recognizing that his fate ultimately rests in God's hands. Job's lament serves as an expression of his raw emotions and a plea for understanding in the face of incomprehensible suffering. Job's lamentation in chapter 3 sets the stage for the ongoing dialogue between Job and his friends, as they grapple with the profound questions raised by his suffering. His anguished cries give voice to the universal human experience of pain and despair, inviting readers to wrestle with the complexities of suffering and the mysteries of divine providence. Through Job's lament, the book of Job delves into the depths of human suffering and the search for meaning in the midst of adversity, offering profound insights into the human condition and the nature of faith. Let's now read Job chapter 3. After this opened Job his mouth, and cursed his day. And Job spake, and said, Let the day perish wherein I was born, and the night in which it was said, There is a man-child conceived. Let that day be darkness, let not God regard it from above, neither let the light shine upon it. Let darkness and the shadow of death stain it, let a cloud dwell upon it, let the blackness of the day terrify it. As for that night, let darkness seize upon it, let it not be joined unto the days of the year, let it not come into the number of the months. Lo, let that night be solitary, let no joyful voice come therein. Let them curse it that curse the day, who are ready to raise up their mourning. Let the stars of the twilight thereof be dark, let it look for light, but have none, neither let it see the dawning of the day. Because it shut not up the doors of my mother's womb, nor hid sorrow from mine eyes. Why died I not from the womb? Why did I not give up the ghost when I came out of the belly? Why did the knees prevent me? Or why the breasts that I should suck? For now should I have lain still and been quiet, I should have slept, then had I been at rest. With kings and counselors of the earth, which built desolate places for themselves. Or with princes that had gold, who filled their houses with silver. Or as in hidden untimely birth I had not been, as infants which never saw light. There the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest. There the prisoners rest together, they hear not the voice of the oppressor. The small and great are there, and the servant is free from his master. Wherefore is light given to him that is in misery, and life unto the bitter in soul. Which long for death, but it cometh not, and dig for it more than for hid treasures. Which rejoice exceedingly, and are glad, when they can find the grave. Why is light given to a man whose way is hid, and whom God hath hedged in? For my sighing cometh before I eat, and my roarings are poured out like the waters. For the thing which I greatly feared is come upon me, and that which I was afraid of is come unto me. I was not in safety, neither had I rest, neither was I quiet, yet trouble came. This ends our reading of Job chapter 3.